Girl, it's been a minute since I seen you.
It has.
Non-salon, we about to talk about it. We about to talk about it. Hey, hey,
Hey.
hey. Welcome, y'all. Welcome. Guess who I have in the studio today? Miss Vadeline Jules.
Hey, good. Hi, everyone. How's it going?
She's a stylist, creative, and she's the host of Non-Salon. Welcome to We Revolutionary. My name is Toni B. I got a co-host here, a beautiful guest.
Hey,
Her
Toni.
name is...
Vadeline. Jules.
Now I'm going to talk to Vad. I'm going to talk to Vad.
Okay, we can talk.
Like I've been knowing her for years.
Yeah, we've been knowing each other for a long time.
Because
very
I
long
came
time.
into Cambridge and I saw, oh, who's this beautiful young lady with the big eyes that tell a whole story? This is May 2026, and we're in Haitian Heritage Month.
Yes, we are.
And guess what? My non-salon queen, I call people my, because we know each other personally, or I just like the stuff that you're doing, but this is the non-salon queen. Girl, what's non-salon mean? I didn't even Google it.
Okay. So, na salon is saying the living room, but literally in Haitian Creole, na salon, in the living room, right? So, what do you want to know about na salon?
How to say it right?
How to say it right? Okay, pronunciation. We're gonna say na salon.
Salon.
Na
Na
salon.
salon. Na salon.
Like
What
like
you seeing
they're gonna
here?
say
Na 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 na.
That part,
But
that part.
This is not that show. Or is it that show?
Sorta, kinda.
Because the way we connected, look, I'm telling y'all right now, Haitian people, and you have the right, they be like this with African Americans.
I mean, we're essentially all the same people. We just, have landed in different place.
Landed in different places. But see, you and I know that. But real quick before we go forward, because I got a little hip hop shirt. You all stylish. You always have had style.
Oh, thank you, Toni.
Haitian sisters have always had the best hair, just like Southerners, though.
Yeah, but can I tell you though, like I grew up in Cambridge, and I know I always wanted to be like the cool black girls because I felt like they always had style, like hip hop and all of that. So growing up, we had the nœud, like the bows in our hair, so it was like the American girls were cool to me.
What did you just say? Nœud.
Nœud.
Nœud?
Yeah.
Those bows?
Yep.
So my bows and baubles is her nœud.
Yeah. We had the ribbons.
Ribbons too?
Yeah. We had the whole shebang.
This is a whole reconnection, and Toni, don't mess up the words time, but if I do, I'm sitting here with my sister.
I'll help you out. I'm going to help you out.
No, she'll check me.
No, I won't check you. I'm going to help you say it correctly.
But you know what? It's okay if you check me because you're my sister, and I want to say that right. And I wanted to bring up, I really wanted you here because it's Haitian Heritage Month. You are doing work in... Come a little bit
a little closer
just
to
a little
you.
closer,
Okay.
a little
All
closer.
right.
All this is going in because this is how we perfect. But May is Haitian Heritage Month. Where did this come from? Do y'all celebrate Haitian heritage in May in Haiti?
So we do Haitian Flag Day, 18 May, which is May 18th, where we celebrate the Haitian Independence Flag Day. And Haitian Independence for Haitian is January 1st. That's when we drink the soup jumu, the celebration. But the Flag Day is May 18th. 18 May.
So, 18 May.
18
18
May.
May.
Yes.
Ooh, girl, I
May.
need to... May.
Like Annie Mae. May.
18 May.
Yes.
She's speaking Haitian Creole today.
Yeah.
As you should. I need to go back to that class. And I want to say, is Haitian Flag Day also Freedom Day? In a way, celebrating independence? Because we know, what do we know about Haiti? We are the first what?
Independent Black Nation.
Independent Black
1804.
Nation. Free.
Yes.
We free on the We Revolutionary show. That's definitely why I had to have this sister here. Because we wanted to talk about this American and Haitian divide, actually the closeness, because from the time I met you, those big pretty eyes, your name was Vadeline, and we're going to stop right quick.
Okay.
Where you get the beautiful name Vadeline from, and what does it mean?
I don't think it means anything. I think Haitians like to make up names. So I think it was just something that was made up, you know. So Vadeline, we have Vadeline, Woodline, all different types of leans. So it was one of those things, you know. But
Well, well, I lean on you onto you for style. The
girl,
first the first time like I started seeing you was online and I'm like, what kind of business you got? You're designing rooms,
yes.
designing parties, and then her just sense of style, and then didn't you get an award?
What a one.
Red Award, Red Woman Award. See,
Oh, so funny enough, another young lady that I grew up with in Cambridge, she does this event called Ladies in Red. It's a women empowerment event. So she put on that event, and then she asked me to be a part of it in some way or another. And so I, you know, just showed up all in red, you know, like Lady in Red. So it's a really great event because she brings different women together in the community who are doing different things as a way to empower women and embrace like women businesses in the Boston and surrounding areas. Yeah.
but she chose to embrace you.
Yeah. So her name is Neftali Kareen. She's an awesome young lady.
I
So
probably know
yeah,
her, don't I?
you do know her. You know how we Canterbridgians are. We are like different.
Right,
You know that.
right. Well, thank you. And, you know, can I just say, I don't want to try and keep pronouncing Haitian Creole.
No.
Na,
Salon.
salon,
Uh.
un.
Remember. Okay.
Na, 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 na.
No.
Na, salon, un.
Good job. Good job.
Tell me
We gonna
about,
get it.
I'm going to get it.
We gonna get
Because
it.
I got D, we, à quoi, à ça. We about to talk just a little bit about some favorites
Some food.
here.
I got you.
Some favorites because we are a dish and queens build queens. Right now, what you're seeing is queens build queens.
Yeah.
But a lot has been happening in our country.
It has.
I don't want to say everything is to push black people. Nope, I didn't say. This is such an awareness about
But
the
you know
strength
what?
of us.
Yes, that part. And so I think sometimes when you're in a space where you're being pushed aside, I think it makes you realize your power even more. And I think that's the time that, as people of color, as Haitians, where we're coming to say, I am more than this narrative of who you think I am. And it's a way of you just bigging up yourself. You know what I'm saying to you? Like you're down, like, girl, what's wrong with you? Get up. Like, put yourself together. And I think as a Haitian, as an immigrant, that's always been something that has always been instilled in us is this sense of urgency to always have pride in yourself no matter what it is that you do in any aspect because more is expected. And I'm sure, you know, as an African American, you understand that how you have to work extra harder to achieve something to be recognized for what you do. But in that instance, I want to say we recognize what we do. And I think that's more important than having somebody else tell us, like, oh, you're worthy. You know, you telling me or inviting me to your show or having the platform to be able to speak to what we do, I think is very important. Yeah.
Absolutely. I've also been saying that with all that's going on, protests, I'm drinking tea, I'm drinking honey, and I'm trying to write these poems and give them to y'all like I should have been. And, you know, it's a time for creative building.
Absolutely.
When's your event? May 16th?
So the event is May 16th. It's going to be at the Central Square Biz, 541 Massachusetts Avenue, which where the old Blockbuster used to be. And that event is going to be celebrating Haitian Flag Day. We're going to have a lot of different people coming through, performers, and I think it's just going to be a great day, you know. So Na Salon is going to be there. So the backstory of Na Salon.
I'm going to be there too.
You better be.
Y'all going to be there? We got to be there. Street Kick Theory Collective.
Street Theory Collective.
541 Mass Ave. Be there this Saturday. Tell me about the story of Na Salon.
So Na Salon started as, okay, I got invited by a friend of mine, James. He does Arts in the Park. And he's like, oh, Vadeline, we're doing something, you know, artists or whatever, to showcase their work. I don't draw. Okay, I don't know how to draw. I have 3 brothers. All 3 of them know how to draw, except for me. God didn't give me that talent. But what I do know how to do, or I think I know how to do, is turn spaces and beautify them, no matter where you are, right?
I'm telling you.
So I do event planning aside from like my regular job. And so I turn things into whatever. So he's like, bring your stuff. And I was like, you know what? I'm going back to Cambridge. I haven't lived in Cambridge in many years. I grew up right down the street in Central Square. So I thought it was the time to come back, like a homecoming. And what do you do when you do a homecoming? You go sit in your living room, you talk to your friends. So I went on Facebook and bought this sofa with plastic covering, set it up like an old living room, yes.
Because we had plastic coverings.
We sure
too.
did. We sure
Why
did.
that?
To protect.
Don't
to
you sit your dirty butt.
Preservation, you know?
You preserve that living room.
Yes. So I brought the living room, and James was like, wow, this is a good idea. I think you got something here. And so the push, and I'm like, I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to do anything. So the next event, we did something else. And then people are like, oh, wow, that's a dope concept. The salon, the living room. Like, what is that behind it? For me, it was like having a nostalgia, right? Coming back to Cambridge, it was like nostalgia. What do I remember? And, you know, the living room was the space you really couldn't sit in, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm going to say something curse like mun serious people only sat in the living room. So I'm like, we're the adults now. I can invite the living room. I'm going to sit in it. And I want to have those conversations we couldn't have growing up in those living rooms. And also to really talk to our elders about their experiences, because I think a lot of times we forget that our parents were people with experiences with things that they kind of had to give up, especially those who migrated. So it's a way of paying homage and getting those stories out, and also us, this generation, talking again.
Which this is, you know, podcast, this We Revolutionary is pretty much that. Yeah. And, you know, like minds come through here and we build. And it seems like that's what you're doing with Na Salon. Na Salon Ak. Na. She's going to get it, as she keeps saying. You know, I just want to celebrate Brother James. I know we talk about James Pierre.
Yes, we are.
James Pierre is an encourager of people. I'm glad you listened to him. Sometimes we have to listen to other people. And it seems like that is what the salon is for. Were you born here?
No, I was born in Haiti. I came here in 1989. It was myself, my mom, 3 brothers. We grew up in different parts of Cambridge, but majority in Central Square. I actually there's a bureau for my 2 brothers who passed away in Cambridge, and it was just kind of like, you know, only in America, like, you know, these young men they died young, but they accomplished, like, their personalities draw people in. And so to have that, and I think that's the uniqueness of Cambridge, the familiarity of having a family dynamic that makes it so special from other places. Yeah.
I remember when that happened to you. I lost my mother in 89, the year you came.
Wow.
The year you came. I've been suffering ever since, girl. Yeah. And I noticed you, though. Those big eyes, your strength. You lost your brothers. I remember each time. But when I looked at you, I said, she done went through this battle. How did you survive?
Honestly, like, they were my little brothers, but they were like my kids, right? Because my brothers would be in school, and if they got in trouble, they would call me before they called my mother, right? And so my little brothers, they were just like very unique people, especially my brother Wolf, because he was just he was a kind soul. Like, you know, somebody who he didn't belong, right?
And 6'3".
Yes.
Easy.
Taller than that. Like, he used to tower
6'5"?
over me. He had to be at least 6'6", but he had like a gentle spirit. Like, anywhere children would flock to him, and just kind of like, we would be walking together in public, and I'm like, you're so tall, like, sit down and talk to me. But he just had that personality that drew you in. And Stanley, he passed first. Stanley was just like, he was a go-getter, right? Stanley had this like personality.
Twins.
Yeah, they were twins, fraternal twins, but nonetheless, right? So he had a personality where it's like, I'm gonna go do this, I'm gonna do that. I remember I moved out, and he was like, you guys are stupid, I will never move out. And it's funny because when he passed, we found money in his pocket, because he used to hoard money, right? He used to love to look good, but he was not a spender. And so for me, when that happened, you know, like, I was a miserable teenager. So when that happened, like in my 20s, it kind of put a battery in my back, like, these 2 wanted to live and they're not here. The nerve of you to walk around as though you don't want to live. So it was just like creating this legacy of
She's talking to
right,
you and
right,
me, y'all.
right. So this legacy of carrying what they couldn't do. And so one more thing, when President Obama became president, I bawled because I'm like, Wolf, I wish you could have seen this. Like, there's a black man president. You could be you. You could be yourself, right?
Yeah.
And so for me, it's always looking for something to mirror, like seeing them, hearing like a Stevie Wonder song or Stanley Love Dipset, like hearing Dipset playing. And I'm like, oh my God, like, you know, it's a remembrance. Like, it's not grief, it's just a celebration.
So celebrate.
Yes.
And you know what? You totally spoke to me. And I'm glad you brought that up because that's breakthrough talk. That how dare me sit here and mourn when my brothers cannot be here to move and live and
do what they want to do. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. I hope that's the most revolutionary thing besides
No salon.
nah salon.
Oh.
I keep fixing
Don't
it and
hesitate.
practicing
Don't
non
hesitate.
salon arc.
Not ak.
I keep getting it right because thank you for your patience, but we need to have patience with each other. It's just a language barrier.
It is. It's all in the tongue.
I'm 32, she's 30. You know, we're trying to get it here and come together and let y'all know independence is the thing. Creativity, furthering creativity. Yes. Is that how you got through the breakthrough?
So,
furthering your creativity?
Right. It's like life is funny, right? A year to the date I buried my brother, I gave birth to my son.
What?
And so he's like the apple of like you know how Haitians like their sons are very special, but he was just like Mufasa.
Yeah.
Oh God. It's hilarious. But I think for me, even with Na Salon, I have a picture of my family, like my brother's graduation, all of us together, sitting on the table, right? Because you go to my mother's house, minus the plastic, everything is still like very traditional, right? But it's always remembering, right? Because in a Haitian culture, nous parlons des ancêtres, we speak of ancestors. We believe in like storytelling, folklore, because spoken language is how we communicate to each other, right? And then when I heard somebody say, many hands make light work, and I was like, what does that mean, right? Main pile, chai palou. So all these things that we have in these African proverbs and things that we think are so foreign to each other, we are very similar in that sense. So esa na salon, yeah, that is what the living room is. It's bringing us together to say, as different as we think we are, we're not that different. If we sit down and speak, we'll realize that we were just in different transition in life. And once we come together, all of this that's going on can be fixed with conversation and compromise.
A little bit of patience. Na salon ah. Na salon ah. Did I get it, sis? Na salon ah.
Yes.
Legacy Haiti.
Yes.
Come May 16th.
May 16th, 541 Massachusetts Avenue. Please come and support us. And thank you to Central Square Bid for this invite, for opening up the space to us. Street Theory, thank you to all our sponsors for taking apart, like we like beautiful things, but it costs money and it costs, we need people to believe in your vision, right? And it's like when
absolutely,
I can be a little shy about asking for stuff, but every time I've asked, it's been yes. And it surprises me each and every single time because it's been yes.
I mean, it's been yes because you're blessed and you deserve it.
Ooh, nice.
But you also have your brothers looking over you at Angels. They're like, oh, sis, you remember us? And you brought us to the living room?
Yes.
Let's continue to gather in the living room.
Absolutely.
It is May 2026. We are going to see you Saturday,
May 16th, 541
Square.
Massachusetts Avenue.
Vadeline, what are your last notes? I loved what you said. What's the most revolutionary thing going on here? You talked about creativity. You talked about pushing forward. And you talked about legacy and continuing on. Can you just leave us with some words about battling and breakthrough and continuing on?
I mean, it's a progress. It's an everyday progress, right? Because we wake up, like I tell people, we don't wake up in love with ourselves every day, right? But every now and again, you put something on, you have to put on in order for you to continue. Because if you have something you don't take care of it, it's going to deteriorate, right? If you see a beautiful house, the mansion, what keeps it up? If you upkeep it, it's gonna think something of itself. So it's the same thing. Na salon is preserving culture. It's preserving conversations, because yes, we have all this beautiful technology, but we're noticing having this thing in our hand all the time disconnects us so much. Disconnects us.
But connected today.
We're connecting, having conversations, and sitting with each other and just saying, let's go back, Sankofa, go back to the original.
Thank you for coming here with me, sister. I don't want to high five you. I want to say thank you, because I met her daughter. I was this whole substitute teacher.
Yes.
And her daughter was like, And I was like, hey.
Can I tell you, my baby's a sophomore in college at North Carolina A&T. And she is a construction management major. So we're going to get some money.
Yeah. My baby in HVAC, girl.
listen.
done raised our daughters. We are revolutionary. Thank you, Vad.
Thank you so much for having me, Toni.
Vadeline, Jules here on We Revolutionary with Toni B. We thank you. And we're going to see you. May is Haitian Heritage Month. We'll see you this weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vad.
Thank you.